Yet another hard-fought victory in the end against Allexton New Parks this afternoon.
Yeah,
Thoughts on the game?
we listen. I think we're at the stage now where we're on a good run, and everybody's hard to beat. They all raise their game coming to play against us now. There's other teams in the league that have that same problem, but that's what we've earned, and it kind of helps us out as well because we need to maintain our levels on the end of a good run. And I think today was very similar to the Bridge North game last week, where we had to manage a first half, kind of learn from it, and then put it into practice in the second.
I was about to say that actually. The first half, it seemed that we was our own worst enemy, but then obviously we were just waiting for the team talk and the lads to come out, and they delivered in the second half.
Yeah, we were anxious. There was no doubt about it. We seemed to try and win games from the first minute, and you ain't necessarily got to do that. You got to be composed, and we were way too anxious in our passes from the back, in our chances what we created in the final third, and we addressed that at half time and basically just called for calm, and they came to the fore in the second half just like last week.
The first penalty, and Hayden dispatched it very well.
Mm.
Do you think that just calmed everything down?
It did just calm everything. I mean, Hayden, the penalty, I don't watch penalties, so I couldn't tell you what it was like, to be honest, but I heard the crowd, and obviously, he scored then. But with regards to the taking of the penalty, I ain't got a clue what it was like. But listen, we trust Hayden. He did it at Lutterworth, he did it the other week, and he's again. We're just talking about no anxiety and composure. He's that laid back and he's horizontal, and it's weird, really. I gave him props for what he did for me in my personal life last week. And good things happen to good people, and I was, to score an hat-trick today. I don't know whether Denise will let him keep the ball because they're about 30 quid each, but fair play to him.
I think it's important for us as a club to try and remember that moment for Hayden.
Yeah.
He seemed a little bit sort of shy or nervous when he stepped up to take the third, and that's a lot of pressure on young shoulders, so he handled that quite well. I
think he probably thought Shaq was going to take it off him, to be honest, so that's probably what that was about. But nah, once he, we've seen him in training, etc., etc. Once he puts the ball on that spot, he's fully focused, and 9 times out of 10, it's the target.
It was good to see the use of the substitutes this afternoon, and the squad as a whole. I think with Bladen returning and Shaq coming on the second half, it changed the dynamic going forward.
Yeah, we wanted to change the dynamic. We didn't want to do it straight after half time, but they're a really good partnership. It's like, the old cliche big man, little man type thing, but I just think with their experience, they work really well together. But it was what we did as a whole. We said before the game, I'm at a luxury now where I'm picking a strong starting 11, and I know that if they either ain't doing the jobs properly or it ain't going our way, I've got some good players on the bench, and they can change games in our favour as well. And listen, it wasn't the subs that changed the game today, it was the starting 11 that listened at half time and put it right, but the subs just let us kick on to another gear, and ultimately I feel that's a massive part of why we've gone on such a long run.
We've got a cup game in the week against Bridge North.
Yeah.
Plans for that?
Bridge North, we spoke about Bridge North last week, a very good side. I know they've signed another couple of players as well. Got a great result today against Kirby Muxlow. I think they've beaten 4-1. Listen, it's always a tough game going to Bridge North at their place. But, for me, it's a welcome break again, just like Dudley the other week. It's a welcome break again from the league. And we can, try a few things, get minutes into players, get rest into players where we need to. So, yeah, I'm happy it's a cup game midweek, yeah.
And then closely followed by Chelmsley away next week.
Yeah, Chelmsley away. Listen, we're decent on AstroTurf, that's all I can say, and we'll do the right things midweek, get a session into them, and we'll put players out on the pitch, which is, any one of them in this squad at the minute could start the game. Facts. So we'll be looking to go to Chelmsley and win the game next week as normal.
Mike, go and have a great evening.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.